What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to yet another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys my SPX and SPY trading strategy. But real quick, before we can hop into the video, what I need you guys to do is make sure to click that like, as well as clicking that subscribe and that bell icon. It would mean the absolute world to me. But without further ado, let's hop into the video. So real quick, in case you guys have not yet pre-ordered my new technical analysis trading book, use the link that is going to be down in the description. In this book, it's around 492 pages right now, and I'm basically going to be describing everything that I know about when it comes to trading. The pre-order is going to be $55, but again, this book is almost 500 pages. If you guys do pre-order, you will get an email with an invite to the Discord server for the book. So make sure you guys do join that, because I will be giving you guys updated versions of the book down the road. But yeah, first link down in the description if you would like to pre-order my new book. It will be releasing June 4th, this coming Saturday. Anyway, so let's start discussing how I use SPX to trade SPY. So basically, real quick, to give you a little rundown on how SPX, the futures, and SPY work together. SPX moves based off of the ES futures. So if you're on ThinkorSwim, you can type in /ES, and SPX is going to be moving based off of what you are seeing on the S&P 500 futures. Now from there, SPY ends up moving from the SPX. So if you're somebody who wants to trade SPX, you should be watching the ES futures. If you're somebody who's going to be trading SPY, you should be watching SPX. The reason being, again, SPY moves based off of SPX. You can see the price action is very, very similar. However, if you're trading SPX, it moves off the S&P futures. Again, you can see the price action is very, very similar. So that's kind of how SPY moves and SPX moves. Now, once you determine which instrument you're going to be trading, whether it's SPX or SPY, that's going to determine which one of these you're going to be doing your technical analysis on. So personally, I don't trade SPX, I trade SPY. Therefore, I would want to do my technical analysis on SPX. If you're somebody who prefers SPX, then you would do your technical analysis on the S&P futures. So inside the Discord server, we do have somebody that posts his levels for the SPX every single morning. So if you guys are currently in the Discord server, you know who I'm talking about, but we're talking about Wall Street Savage. I call him Uncle. Anyways, he gives us his SPX levels every single morning. And since I trade SPY, I want to definitely mark these and watch these throughout the day. So if we're looking at today's levels on SPX, we had 4,200 as resistance, 4,150 as resistance, 4135, 4115, 4100, and then a possible gap all the way down here at 4075.14. Well, if we go on over to the SPX today, we can see that it rejected this 4135 level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times before falling back down. The very first 10 minutes of the market open, it came down to 41.15 before it fell below it, and then continued going even lower. So as a result, if you're seeing SPX is coming up to a possible resistance point like right here, when it came up to see 41.35 the first time today, you could have easily done a reject for SPY puts, which would have ended up being right here. So if we're looking at SPY, this level would have been around 413.18. Well, if you ended up buying puts as soon as SPY came up here, you can see that it dropped down to a low of around 411.61, which is going to be giving you around a $1.50 drop. And as we know in the options world, a $1.50 drop, that is more than enough to be able to profit from. So personally, I really like using these levels when I am day trading. Again, I don't really trade SPX, but I use it as the confirmation to get into the SPY trade. So I'm more so looking at the technicals on SPX and then just trading the options on SPY. So again, if you guys are looking for those exact levels, you can always feel free to join the Discord. The Discord link is down in the description. However, I will be also showing you how to find other levels by yourself. So as you guys know, I am a big fan of the person's pivots and just basic support and resistance. So if you don't want to join the Discord, all you're going to do on SPX is just, all of your basic technical analysis. You're going to start on the monthly time frame, find support and resistance, go to the weekly, find support and resistance, daily support and resistance, and then obviously you're going to be day trading SPY. So you want to do 4-hour support and resistance and 1 hour support and resistance on SPX. Now, if you don't know how to plot your support and resistance, I will be leaving a link down in the description. Make sure you guys do watch that video. That video is like an hour and 10 minutes on how to plot support and resistance. It's a free mentorship class that I did. Again, the link will be down in the description. And then on top of basic support and resistance, what I like to do is use the person's pivots. If you guys don't know what the person's pivots are, basically they predetermine your support and resistance points. So if we're looking at AMD today, I'm just pulling up a random example. You can see that this black line right here was predetermined to be daily support. This line right here was your daily pivot, and then this line right here was predetermined to be a resistance point, and it actually got pretty close to that area. It looks like 12 cents off. I don't have my glasses, but it looks like 12 cents off. Yeah, so the person's pivots, they can be very, very helpful because it helps you find basically invisible support and resistance points, and they are super, super accurate. So if you guys don't know how to use the person's pivots, I will be leaving a link down in the description for that video as well. You can see right here, this was predetermined at the beginning of the month to be support. This was predetermined at the beginning of the quarter to be support. Came right down to it, basically to a T, and that was the low of AMD within the last like 2.5, 3 weeks. So yeah, if you're looking to use the person's pivots, the link will be down in the description for that video. So once you have all of your levels marked on SPX or the S&P futures, again, depending on what you're trading, other than that, it's really just executing the trade. So if we're looking at SPX, and again, you know that it's coming up to a resistance point of 41.35, or let's say it's coming down to a support point at 41.15. Well, if your plan is to buy calls on SPX when it hits 41.15, well, as soon as it does that on the SPX, that's usually when you want to go long on the SPY. Now, these two, they tend to be around the same area. However, sometimes the SPX is at a different price. Like you can see SPY is basically a 1/10 of the SPX, but they're not always perfect. So you would be watching the SPX as SPX came down to 41.15. That is when you would go long on the SPY, and you would be watching the SPX for the majority of the trade. So if SPX fell below 41.15, okay, you know to cut your position. On the flip side, again, if you're looking to reject here at 41.35 and SPX is coming up to 41.35, you're going to be watching the SPX chart come up to that 41.35 level. And as soon as it does, that's when you're going to go long. You can see that SPY wasn't at that level. Again, the 1/10 of what SPX would be. But as soon as SPX comes up to that level, you buy the puts and you continue to watch SPX throughout the remainder of the trade. As it continues to drop, you could take your profits, or as soon as it broke above 41.35, that is when you would exit the trade. But yeah, so again, determine on what you're actually going to be trading. If you're going to be trading SPX, then you need to be watching the S&P futures because SPX moves based off of the futures. If you decide that you want to trade SPY, you need to do your analysis on the SPX because SPY moves off of SPX. But yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy that video and hopefully you did find it informational. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to click that like as well as clicking that subscribe and that bell icon. It would mean the absolute world to me. Again, if you haven't already, make sure to pre-order my new ebook, The New Age of Technical Analysis. It releases this Saturday, June 4th, and I cannot wait for you guys to read it. So again, link will be down in the description if you guys would like to pre-order it. Other than that, everybody have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.